Today, the angels come to you with a message wrapped in mystery and profound revelations. They observe every step of your journey, every silent feeling pulsating in your heart when you think of this person. Yes, they feel like they have been placed in their life for a purpose. But there is something, a subtle yet insurmountable barrier, that prevents this connection from expanding in the full way you desire. And it is precisely about this something that the angels want to talk to you about today. From the very first moment your paths crossed, the energy between you was intense, almost uncontrollable. It was like a meeting of souls, a mutual recognition that transcends earthly experiences. You may have felt a kind of déjà vu, an inexplicable sense of familiarity, as if you had already been together in another time, in another place. But what exactly does that mean? Why does the presence of this person stir your heart so deeply? And more importantly, why does it seem like something still prevents you from being completely united? The angels want you to know that none of this is by chance. This encounter, this connection, is part of a greater plan, something that was designed on a spiritual level long before you met in this life. There is a divine purpose for the presence of this person by their side, and understanding this purpose is essential for them to move forward on this journey with clarity and confidence. To better understand, it is necessary to remember that some souls are sent to us not only to be companions, but also as catalysts for transformation. They were placed in your life with a sacred mission. They came to teach, provoke, challenge, and above all, help you discover and reveal the deepest essence of your own being. The angels say that this relationship has the power to reveal parts of you that were previously hidden, layers of your being that were kept and protected, perhaps even from yourself. And yet, this revelation is not an easy process. It involves facing old fears, breaking free from limiting beliefs, and allowing the wounds of the past to finally be exposed to the light. This person in your life awakens something powerful within you, but also challenges you in ways that perhaps no one else can. And it is precisely in this challenge that the key to growth for both of you lies. The angels whisper that this connection carries a healing energy, a healing that transcends the physical and reaches directly into the spirit. But before this healing can fully manifest, both must be ready to confront the shadows that this relationship brings to the surface. There are old patterns, emotional wounds, perhaps even ties from past lives that you still carry and need to be released so that true love can flourish between you. At this moment, you may be asking yourself, why does it have to be so hard? Why does such a strong connection come with so much pain and uncertainty? The angels want you to know that this question is natural, and that the answers are not always easy to understand. Sometimes, souls that have a deeper and more significant connection also have a more complex path to walk. They are souls that came to teach each other important lessons, and these lessons often come wrapped in challenges that require courage and resilience. What makes this connection unique and special is that it touches the depths of their soul. The presence of this person is not superficial. It reaches them on a spiritual level, awakening dreams, feelings, and desires that may have been ignored for a long time. And at the same time, this connection triggers insecurities and fears that were dormant. It's as if this person were a mirror, reflecting both their light and the shadows they still need to integrate. The angels reveal that this journey you are on is actually a process of mutual healing. Both of you have been placed in each other's lives to awaken these forgotten parts, so that each one can see in the other the lessons they need to learn. But for this healing to happen, both must be willing to face the hardest truths about themselves. And it is precisely this willingness that is currently lacking on one side. Yes, there is resistance, an invisible but powerful barrier that prevents this love from flowing as it should. The angels show that, although there is a deep and genuine feeling between you, there is also a deep fear, an insecurity that prevents this person from fully surrendering. This person has been blessed to be by your side, but they have not yet found the strength to face the shadows that emerge when they are close to you. Perhaps you have already felt this resistance, this fear that seems to hang in the air when you are together. It may be that, at certain moments, this person appears vulnerable, open, but then quickly recoils, putting an invisible wall between you. This oscillation between closeness and distance is a reflection of the inner conflict this person faces. It is a struggle between the desire to surrender and the fear of being hurt, between the will to love fully and the insecurity that comes from past wounds. The angels ask you to have patience. They whisper that true love is not imposed, it is cultivated. They remind that even when things seem still, when it feels like nothing is changing, there is a transformation happening at the soul level. This process is slow and delicate, and it requires understanding and compassion. Your presence, your light, is already helping that person to heal, even if they do not realize it. The angels want you to know that this is a moment of learning and growth for both. They ask you to continue being the light that you are, to keep radiating love and understanding, as this energy is slowly dissolving the barriers between you. That person needs time to face their own fears, and your presence beside them is like a lighthouse, a guide that illuminates the path so that one day they may be ready to love you fully. Now, before we continue this message, the angels ask you to take a deep breath and reflect. Are you willing to wait? To cultivate this love with patience and faith, trusting that, in divine timing, all the answers will come to light? The angels continue to guide this message with depth and love, bringing revelations that go beyond appearances. They see what is hidden in hearts and know the paths each soul has traveled to reach this point. This person who stirs you so much carries old wounds, scars that they try to hide from the world, maybe even from themselves. However, these wounds are not just barriers. They are also the gateways to a transformative love that requires courage and vulnerability. There are moments when you feel like this person is about to open up, as if they are on the verge of a confession, ready to let their heart speak. You notice this in small gestures, deep looks, unspoken words. But then something seems to block the way, like an invisible wall that rises between you, and they close up again. This movement, this dance between approaching and distancing, is not intentional. The angels reveal that it is a reflection of the internal struggles this person is going through. They want to get closer, but there is a part of them that still doesn't feel secure enough to fully open up. And here is the point the angels want you to deeply understand. This person feels something for you that goes beyond words, beyond reason. They recognize in you a light, an energy that touches the depths of their soul. But at the same time, this light reveals parts of themselves that they are not yet ready to face. It's as if you were the mirror reflecting their own shadows, and that's why they hesitate. The love they feel is deep and true, but fears and insecurities still prevent them from completely opening up. The angels explain that this connection is not just about a common romance. It carries with it an energy of healing and transformation that can change both of your lives. For this healing to occur, the shadows need to be illuminated, the fears need to be faced. Each encounter between you is like a spark, a small awakening that touches this person's soul and makes them reflect on who they really are and what they feel. But, as important as this process is, it is also painful. It requires this person to confront the parts of themselves they would rather ignore, and that takes time and patience. At this moment, the angels ask you to keep the faith. They are whispering that, deep down, they desire this connection as much as you do. They feel the magnetism between you, feel how being by your side awakens in them a new way of seeing the world and themselves. But for them to fully surrender, they will need to find their own courage. And this courage cannot be forced. It needs to emerge from within, like a flame that grows gradually. You may wonder why they are not ready yet, why the obstacles seem so hard to overcome. The angels ask you to trust the process, as they are guiding every step of this journey. They remind that all souls have their own pace, their own time of awakening. And the person next to you needs this time to strengthen themselves, to learn how to deal with the intense emotions you awaken in them. The angels also want you to know that your role in this journey is vital. Your presence is like a balm for that person's wounds. Even if they don't say it, even if they try to hide it, they feel the impact of your energy, your light. Every smile, every word of support, every gesture of compassion you offer is like a ray of sunshine slowly warming their heart, melting the barriers that have been built over time. But for this transformation to happen, you need to continue being that light without trying to rush the process. It is common for the human heart to seek quick answers, to want to understand and solve all questions at once. But the angels teach that true love does not develop in haste, it flourishes in patience, in care, in time. They show that there is a greater wisdom at play here, something that transcends immediate understanding. Everything that is happening is part of a divine plan, a synchronicity that guides you towards healing and growth. The angels reveal that this love is rare, precious, and it is already transforming both of their lives, even if subtly. They might not realize it now, but each interaction between them is a lesson, an opportunity for growth. And that person, even unconsciously, is already learning from them. They are observing their courage, compassion, and ability to stand firm, even in the face of uncertainties. And all of this is planting seeds in their heart, seeds that will one day blossom into a full and true love. But the angels ask you to understand that this person needs to take this step alone. They need to find the strength within themselves to face their fears and insecurities, without you trying to save them. This is an individual process, and it is important that each person walks their own path of growth. You are not here to carry their pain, but to be an inspiration, a light that shows the way, without ever taking away from them the responsibility for their own healing. Now the angels whisper for you to take a deep breath, calm your heart, and trust. Trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, that each moment of closeness, each temporary distance, is part of the path that leads both of you to awakening. The angels say that often, it is precisely in the waiting that love strengthens, that roots deepen, preparing the ground for something enduring. They also want you to remember to take care of yourself during this process. True love starts within, in your own soul, in your own heart. The more you strengthen yourself, the more you fill yourself with self-love and peace, the more ready you will be to welcome this person when they finally open up to the love you share. The angels ask you to cultivate that inner strength, the tranquility that only faith can provide. Finally, the angels leave a message for you to keep. This love is a divine gift, but like every sacred gift, it needs time to be understood, accepted, and valued. Have patience, have faith. What is true is never lost. It only awaits the right moment to fully manifest. The angels continue to guide you through this journey of discoveries, bringing clarity about the role of this person in your life and the divine purpose of this connection. There is an invisible force that unites you, something that transcends common understanding, and it is precisely this force that makes this relationship seem so special, so unique. Every time you think of them, in every moment your heart races, there is a vibration that resonates beyond the physical plane, a calling between two souls that recognize each other. They feel, even if not fully understood, the depth of this bond. They may not be able to explain the reason, or may not be able to translate into words what they feel, but they recognize that there is something different about you. Something that makes them want to be close, that awakens in them a desire to open up, to share parts of themselves that they have never exposed to anyone. And it is precisely at this point that the internal conflict she faces lies. The angels reveal that this person carries painful memories, marks of past experiences that left wounds open. They wonder if it is worth the risk, if surrendering so intensely to someone can really be safe. In their heart, they fear that by opening up, by allowing you to see their vulnerabilities, they may get hurt again. This fear, though subtle and often unconscious, is what makes them hesitate, what prevents love from flowing freely. There is also a question of self-acceptance involved. The angels show that they have difficulties in accepting their own imperfections, in seeing themselves as someone worthy of a love as pure as the one you offer. They struggle to believe that they can be truly loved, exactly as they are, with all their flaws and scars. This feeling of inadequacy makes them create barriers, raise defenses, in an attempt to protect themselves from the pain that could come if you were to discover the parts of them that are still fragile. The angels ask you to see beyond the actions and words of this person, to see their essence. They are not just someone who hesitates, they are someone who is learning, who is trying to find the courage to surrender to what they feel. Every step they take towards you, no matter how small it may seem, is a victory, a overcoming of their own fears. And every moment of distancing is an attempt to process all that they feel, to understand how to deal with something so powerful. They reveal that, despite all the resistance, this love is destined to grow, to flourish. But for this to happen, both will need to go through a process of healing, of releasing the bonds of the past. And the angels want you to know that as long as you continue to radiate your light, as long as you remain true to yourself and to what you feel, you'll be helping this person find their way back to themselves and to love. The angels also emphasize the importance of honoring your own feelings and boundaries. They whisper that true love does not require sacrificing your own essence. On the contrary, it exalts who you are, allows you to grow and feel complete. It is crucial that while waiting for this person, you do not lose sight of your own journey, your own dreams and desires. This wait is not for you to put yourself in the background, but so that you can evolve alongside them, as two souls who support each other. This person has been blessed to be in your life, but the angels emphasize that you are also a blessing in their life. Their presence is like a lighthouse that illuminates their fears, showing that it is possible to love and be loved fully without having to hide their weaknesses. You are living proof that vulnerability is actually a strength, a demonstration of courage that deeply touches their heart. There is a spiritual truth that the angels wish for you to understand. In every true relationship, there is a mutual exchange of energy, a dance between giving and receiving. In this case, you are offering this person an opportunity for healing, an invitation to free themselves from past pains and allow themselves to be truly loved. And in return, they are teaching you about patience, the power of unconditional love, and the importance of trusting in divine timing. At times, you may feel like you are giving more than you are receiving, that this waiting is draining your energy. But the angels remind you that by taking care of yourself, By keeping your heart full and aligned with inner peace, you will be balancing this exchange. They ask you not to neglect your own needs, to continue nourishing your soul with everything that brings you joy and fulfillment. The angels also whisper that this waiting process is actually a preparation. They are preparing the ground so that when this person is ready, the love between you can blossom fully and harmoniously. Every moment of patience, every gesture of understanding, is a building block for a relationship that will be grounded on solid and lasting foundations. But for this to happen, it is essential that both of you are whole, healed, and free from the ties of the past. They want you to know that by continuing to radiate love and compassion, you are creating a safe atmosphere, a sacred space where they can finally allow themselves to be vulnerable. Their energy, their light, is what enables them to see beyond their own insecurities, to see that it is possible to open up to true love, without fear of being judged or rejected. Lastly, the angels leave a message for you to keep in your heart. True love is like a seed that needs time, patience, and care to grow. Do not rush the process. Trust that, at the right time, this seed will flourish, revealing all the beauty that lies within it. They ask you to keep faith, as they are working on every detail, adjusting the circumstances so that this love can manifest in a full and divine way. This is a time of preparation, of strengthening, and you are being guided every step of the way. The angels are by your side, ready to provide the support needed so that, in due time, this love can materialize in the way you have always dreamed. As the angels continue to reveal the depths of this connection, they bring an even deeper understanding of the impact you have on that person's life. To them, you are more than just a mere companion or a passing love. You represent a change, a call to transformation that they may have never experienced before. And it is precisely this intensity that scares them, that makes them hesitate to take the next step. The angels show that this person is going through a phase of self-discovery, a personal journey of looking inward and confronting parts of themselves that have been neglected. Their presence catalyzes this process, making them question old patterns, beliefs that no longer serve them, and fears they have kept buried. It's as if you have ignited a flame within them, revealing shadows they need to integrate so they can feel whole and ready for this love. There is a battle happening in their heart. On one side, there is the desire to fully surrender, to embrace this connection and live love to the fullest. On the other, there is a deep fear, a resistance that arises as a form of self-preservation. They fear that by opening up completely, they may be vulnerable to a level they have never experienced before. And for them, this vulnerability is still something that seems frightening. The angels say that, although this person is on a path of evolution, there is still a part of them that needs to learn to trust. To trust not only in you but in their own ability to live love truly and authentically. They need to believe they are worthy of this love, that they can surrender without reservations, without fear of getting hurt. And for this to happen, a time of introspection will be needed, a period in which they can gradually build this trust. At this point, the angels ask you to remain strong in your light. They reveal that your presence is like an anchor that keeps this person connected to the reality of love. Every word of encouragement, every gesture of understanding, acts as a reminder that it is possible to live this feeling safely and beautifully. And although this may not yet manifest in the way you would like, the impact of your energy is deep and powerful, helping them dissolve the fears that hold them back. You may wonder how far their patience can go, how much longer it will be needed. And the angels understand that doubt, for they know that waiting is not easy. But they also know that true love is one of the greatest gifts we can receive and that therefore, it requires preparation, surrender, and unwavering trust. They whisper that every moment of patience, every act of understanding, is a brick in the construction of something grand and enduring. These angels who guide and watch over all their steps, bring a gentle reminder that their soul already knows the way, already understands that this love, even wrapped in challenges, is a journey of learning. You are learning about resilience, about the power of unconditional love, and about what it means to let go of control, allowing the divine to lead the process. This does not mean that you should set aside your feelings or needs, but rather that you learn to trust that the universe is taking care of everything, adjusting every detail so that the outcome is the best possible. The angels also want you to know that this wait is not a sacrifice in vain. While you stand by that person, offering your understanding and support, you are planting the seeds of a love that will be immensely cherished in the future. This love is not a superficial exchange. It is built on the foundations of acceptance, patience, and faith. And these are the ingredients of a love that, when it blooms, becomes unshakable. But the angels emphasize that, for this love to fully manifest, both need to be prepared. This means that not only they have their internal battles to fight, but you do too. They ask that you use this time to strengthen your own heart, to heal any wounds you may be carrying, and to connect even more with your essence. This is the moment to fill yourself with self-love, to cultivate your own happiness, because by doing so, you'll be preparing your heart to receive this love fully and unreservedly. The angels are by your side, supporting you, and they show that even in moments of silence, even when it seems like nothing is happening, there is a constant movement in the spiritual plane. They are working to dissolve the blockages, to bring clarity and light to both of your hearts. And when the time is right, when both are ready, the universe will align everything so that this union can manifest fully. The love you feel is a gift, and the angels want you to take care of it with tenderness, but also with wisdom. They remind that true love is not a prison, it is a liberation. It is not about possessing, forcing, or controlling. It is about allowing the feeling to grow, to develop, and to flourish in due time. And you, with your compassion, your patience, and your light, are creating the perfect environment for that to happen. Nevertheless, the angels ask you not to forget about yourself in this process. Keep living, evolving, seeking your own achievements. True love flourishes where there is room for individual growth. They remind that by nurturing your own dreams and joys, you become even stronger, even more prepared to receive and share this love. The angels want you to keep a special message in your heart. Love is a dance between two souls, a dance that requires patience, trust, and the certainty that what is true always finds its way back to us. They ask you to trust, because every day that passes, they are orchestrating everything so that, at the right moment, this union happens in a magical and transformative way. Keep being that light in their life. Keep radiating your energy of love and peace. The angels are preparing a sacred path for both of you, and when the time comes, you will see that all the waiting, all the patience, will have been worth it. This is a love destined to touch the soul, to transform and heal, but it requires a heart prepared to embrace every nuance, every challenge. Be at peace, trust, and know that the angels are by your side, guiding every step, taking care of every detail. They are preparing an outcome that will warm your heart, that will bring the answer to every doubt, every uncertainty. This love, which may seem distant now, is actually getting closer and closer, and in due time will be revealed to you in all its beauty and intensity. As this journey approaches its climax, the angels bring one last message full of light, hope, and trust. They know that this waiting, these doubts and uncertainties have tested your heart in profound ways, but they assure you that this phase is essential for the growth of both. What you are experiencing is, in fact, a preparation for something magnificent, something that transcends common understanding and can only be comprehended with an open heart. That person who has been blessed to be in their life did not come by chance. They represent a turning point, an opportunity to rewrite past stories, to heal old wounds, and to build a new way of loving, based on understanding, respect, and freedom. And the angels ask you to see this connection with gratitude, for it is rare to find a soul that mirrors us so intensely and propels us to evolve. There is something powerful about to unfold, and the angels want you to prepare for it. They have been working tirelessly behind the scenes, dissolving invisible barriers, removing the fears and insecurities still surrounding that person. Every prayer, every positive thought, every moment of peace you send to them strengthens this connection and helps accelerate the healing process that is necessary for both to fully surrender to love. At this point, the angels ask you to trust fully in the divine process. They are arranging every detail, aligning every situation, so that when that person finally opens up, you can experience a true love, free from the shackles of the past and filled with authenticity. But for this to happen, it is essential that both are ready, and this readiness will only come through a process of self-discovery and acceptance. The angels make it clear that that person is getting closer to recognizing the importance you have in their life. They feel, even unconsciously, that you are the missing piece, that it is by their side that they will find a form of love they have always sought but never had the courage to accept. And this realization is growing inside them, turning into an irresistible force that will help them overcome their fears. However, they ask you to continue being the pillar you have been, maintaining their inner peace and confidence. Remember that, as long as they are aligned with their own light, they will be attracting that person closer. That is the strength of true love. It does not demand haste, it does not impose conditions, it simply manifests genuinely, creating a safe space for each to reveal themselves in their entirety. The angel's final message is a reminder that they are a strong soul, capable of overcoming any challenge. They want you to hold on to the certainty that this love you feel is a gift, a divine present that was carefully planned to bring learning, healing, and ultimately joy. The angels are by their side every step of the way, ready to support them in times of doubt and remind them that all that is true is eternal and will find its way. They ask you to tell yourself, every day, I am worthy of true love. I am open to receive what the universe has reserved for me, in perfect timing. By saying these words, they will be aligning their energy with the frequency of love, enabling the universe to respond to the desires of their heart. Finally, the angels whisper that the outcome of this journey will be a moment of pure joy and fulfillment. You will see that every moment of patience, every act of understanding, every seed planted with care will bear fruit in a relationship that will be strong, beautiful, and full of meaning. This love, which now seems to be budding, will one day blossom like a garden full of life, reflecting the beauty and strength of all that you have been through together. And when that moment arrives, when this person finally opens up and allows love to flow between you without reservations, you will know that it was all worth it. This will be the beginning of a new phase, where both can grow and evolve together, free from the insecurities that previously kept them apart, ready to live a full and true love. The angels leave with you one last image. Imagine yourself walking alongside that person, holding hands, on a path illuminated by the soft light of dusk. There is no hurry, no fear, just the certainty that they are where they should be, in each other's company, supported by divine love and guided by the wisdom of the angels. This is the future they are preparing for you, a future of love, peace, and happiness alongside someone who recognizes and values the light you bring. Remember, dear soul, what is true always prevails, and the love you feel is destined to touch both of your souls in ways you could never imagine. Trust, surrender, and allow the angels to continue to guide every step of the way. They are with you, now and always, ensuring that this love reveals itself in its purest and most divine form. Now that you understand the depth of this message from the angels, the next step is to move forward with a heart full of faith. But before continuing this journey of growth and love, take a pause and acknowledge the wisdom and guidance you have received thus far. These insights, these truths whispered from the heavens, are not just words. They are the answers you were searching for. They bring a clarity that only the angels could offer. The path you are treading, filled with challenges, love, and transformation, is only just beginning. And what is reserved for you is even more magnificent, deeper, truer. Each message, each revelation, each guidance you receive from the angels here has the power to illuminate your steps and prepare your heart for what is to come. Do not let this light fade. Allow the angels to continue guiding you to a destination where love is certain and complete. And they are not alone on this journey. We are here to support you, to share the voice of the angels, so that they may strengthen and be ready for the blessings that await them. In this channel, each message is an invitation for them to deeply connect with their purpose, with their true love, and with the wisdom of the universe. So if they feel that this message touched something deep within them, if they felt that these teachings brought a truth that was already vibrating in their heart, now is the time to take an even stronger step. Subscribe to the channel, and let the angels guide you every day with messages that go beyond words, that speak directly to the soul. By subscribing, they are opening a door to the continuous guidance of the angels, a portal to access the peace, love, and purpose they deserve. Do not hesitate, do not wait. Feel the strength of the angels calling you to this journey. Each new message is one step further, is a new revelation, is the confirmation you seek. By subscribing, they are telling the angels that they are ready, that they accept their guidance, and that they trust the divine plan that is reserved for them. Do it now. Click to subscribe and receive the angelic wisdom that will change their life. May this decision be the first of many steps toward a life of love, light, and true purpose. We are here for you, along with the angels, guiding each step, each choice, each decision that leads you to a fulfilling future. Trust the angels. Trust the call that is echoing in their heart at this very moment. Subscribe and allow this journey of love and truth to continue guiding them, revealing each day the life of peace and fullness that is meant for them.